back for my people. Burner Bush, Burner Bush. What up, my guys? Welcome to another show, man. Night show. You dig what I'm saying? Got to get it popping, man. For my guys, things hadn't been the best in the NBA, guys, but it's not too late to turn around. You see what I'm saying? And the best has yet to come. I can tell you that now. I couldn't talk you off, not like waiting until after the trade deadline and All Star break, but I am gonna try to get some shit figured out here before, even before we get there. Watching games, watching them twice over, looking at every single detail, really starting to figure out these teams, man. So let's get it going here, guys. Post your questions in the chat as well. I'll get to whatever questions I can. Y'all know how I like to do it, man. I like to get straight down to business. I've done my research on these games. There are some good spots tomorrow. Obviously, I mean, I could never talk you off waiting to see exactly who's playing, but there's some good spots tomorrow, guys. Let's talk it out. Shout out to everybody in the chat as well. My guy said, all my members, man. Said, Gregory, I see you in there. Dominique Kids, I see you, my brother. Agora, I hope that's right. Cody, I see you in there. What up, Chet? I see you, my brother. Kenneth says, Jay, we on Chiefs? I'm gonna look at it. We got 2 weeks to go through that way, man. But I did think the Chiefs would be favorites, though, to be honest with you. I can't bet against the Chiefs as the underdogs, man. Greg said he liked Lakers. And there was a nice call on you by the Wizards as well, Greg. Got to give credit where credit's due. I was on the Pelicans, you was on the Wizards, so that's a damn good. That was a good call there. But all straight business here. I see you, LaShawn, Paul, and Steven in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all as well, guys. Let's head over here to the first game up. We're going to the streets of Philadelphia here, guys. We have the 76ers laying 10.5 points at the house versus the Orlando Magic. Total sitting at 232 in this one, right? Let's go ahead and break it down. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it. Magic lost 10 straight games to the Philadelphia 76ers. And let's look at their current form as well. Magic have lost two straight games here. One on the road versus Miami, one at the house as well as a back-to-back versus Chicago as well. But they have won. They're 2-3 straight up last 5 games, and 3-2 against the spread last 5 games. The Magic are on the 76ers. This team is red hot right now. They have won 7 straight games, so they're 5-0 straight up last 5, but obviously 7-0 straight up last 7. 4-1 against the spread last 5 games, guys. This is the 3rd straight home game for the Philadelphia 76ers in this one, and they actually face the Magic again in the next game, guys. The Magic, I kind of sense some with this team. They don't want now. They play against these top tier teams as well, guys. 7-0 against the spread last 7 road games versus greater than 6% teams, home teams at the house. So this is the Magic's role. I mean, I'm looking at Magic here plus the 10.5. This is only way that I can look at this game, guys. They've lost 10 straight games to the 76ers. So you got 10 times revenge versus the 76ers, man. I don't even have my water, man. I'm looking for my water, but it's all good. I was supposed to do it before the show, man. I'm looking at these games and shit, but 10 times revenge spot to the 76ers in this one. Now it's double revenge as well from this year. They lost November 25th to 99-107 at home, and both of these games are at the house. It wasn't Fultz yet. Fultz didn't play in that one yet. And then November 27th, they lost 103-133. Now, key note, there was no Joel Embiid or Harden in either one of those games. So the Magic were really banged up, but you could argue, I mean, that the Sixers didn't have 2 of their best 3 players over there. But the Magic are 7-2 against the spread last 9 games, guys. The Sixers, like I said already, won 7 straight, but possible letdown here for the Sixers after a huge Denver win. Now, like I said, obviously, this is something that I'll be doing, guys, because my spots hadn't really been cashing, and even the rest advantage spots hadn't been cashing. But the way that I look at games, man, I mean, like I said, I'm starting to go with the more harder teams, but I still could feel a little bit of a letdown from the Sixers in this one. And look at this. The Eagles just won. The whole town is going to be partying. Joel Embiid was at the game. Harden was at the game with his boyfriend, little baby as well. So who knows what Harden him out doing tonight, man. regardless, I'm not laying 10 and a half in this spot with the 76ers. We've seen that the Magic can be dangerous. They have five guys on the roster that are 6'10 or taller. They have plenty of length. So even if Embiid does play, this Magic team has plenty of length. Their guards just don't always come to play. But one guard who I can tell you is probably coming to play in this game, and that's Markelle Fultz, my guys. And a prop to look at this game as well would be Fultz points and assists over, guys. Could even be PRA, but a prop in this game would be looking at Markelle Fultz coming back to Philly. Resurgence, Markelle Fultz coming back in there, and I think the Magic covered the spread as well, man. So, city of Philadelphia, huge celebration night before. Embiid questionable as well with a foot. So, I mean, they could, if Embiid sits out, they could tell you even more the fact that this could be really be a letdown game for the Magic. Oh, we just played a huge game. What 44, 47 points versus the Nuggets, right? It was a huge game on ABC. What did he have? Regardless, yeah, 47 points. So I could see Embiid possibly resting. I could see the Sixers maybe looking a tad bit past the Magic in this one, guys. I'm heavily leaning to the Magic plus the 10 and a half here. And Fultz, I think his points get there. I think his points and assists get there as well, my guys. Yeah, man. Every time you see little baby, you see Harden, man. What's up with that shit, bro? Y'all trying to be boyfriend and girlfriend? What's going on? I've never seen Harden with a girl. I know he likes to go to the strip club and shit, but I don't see Cubs around no girls. He just be around little baby all the time, man. One time they paparazzi caught him and little baby. They came out there, boy, look gassed up, boy. Like they, I don't know. I think Harden be smoking with little baby, but it's a whole nother conversation now. And I could see a huge letdown from the 76ers. And even without that, I don't want to lay 10 and a half with them. So I'm heavily leaning Magic plus the 10 and a half. I fully believe that the Magic plus 10 and a half are the right side. And I like Fultz points over. I like points and assists over as well. Next game up. Let's head over here to the streets of Brooklyn here, guys. Conspiracy J. Now, I'm not betting this game, but Conspiracy J. And if somebody told you they bet the Nets at +1, it was not out at any book. So they're lying, guys. I'm telling you that right now. As soon as I saw the news that LeBron and AD was out, I tried to go hop on Nets +1, -1, whatever. It was going from every single book. So anybody tell you they bet that, they're lying. Nets open up at books 8.5, guys. Going up to 9. Conspiracy J spot. The refs come out and they know that they said that they cheated Lakers, right? So what happens in the next game? You don't want to bet against me personally. I don't want to bet against the team that got cheated, right? And it could set them up even more, especially when they rest the guys out the day before. Think about it, right? They never do. Guys, I'm not saying that the Lakers are a lock, but just think about it. They always play with us with the injury report. And LeBron's questionable every single day. Why y'all go ahead and announce him out the day before? I feel like it's to get the most people here to on the Nets in this one. That's just how I feel, man. It could be totally wrong, but that's just how I see it. And I've seen this movie plenty of times before. But I'd expect a fishy type of game, in my opinion, man, especially with the point spread. That's just the way I look at it. Road team is 8-2 straight up last 10 meetings. Lakers did beat the Nets earlier this season, 116-103 on November 13th. KD did play in that game, but there was no Kyrie. Obviously, it was in LA. AD did play in that one. But so KD played, no Kyrie. AD played, but no LeBron James. The Lakers are 4-1 against the spread last 5 games. And 6-2 against the spread last 8 games. Nets, they do have revenge. It's also 4-1. They're also 4-1 against the spread last 5 games. The Nets are. They do have the Celtics on deck though. Nets 28th in defensive rating last 5 games. Lakers 18th in defensive rating. In turnover percentage, Nets are 15th in turnover percentage. Have the 15th worst turnover percentage, whereas the Lakers have the 5th best turnover percentage over the last 5 games. Offensive rating, the Nets are number 3 offensive rated with the Lakers being 18th offensive rated, but defensively, Nets 26. Rebound percentage. Nets 26th rebound percentage, my guys. At least the Lakers are 13th rebound. So it's some key categories there. The Lakers have been beating them up. The Lakers can come in here and play some stifling defense. The Nets obviously have much better offense, but with the refs coming out having to own it, saying that they missed the foul call on LeBron, which he would have shot 2 free throws and probably won the game. I don't want to bet this game, guys. I hope it makes sense. I can only look towards the Lakers plus the 8.5, plus the 9. I would personally, this just me. I wouldn't bet the Nets here. I could really see some fishy shit going on in this one. I think that like if I'm betting this one, I'm betting the Lakers plus the 8.5, plus the 9. Let's head over here to the streets of Oklahoma City here, guys. Hold on, did I forget the Wolves game or what? No, I didn't forget it. Yeah, so no, we're going to the streets of Minnesota next. Sorry about that. We're going to the streets of Minnesota. I like going in order here, but we got the Wolves here, laying a point here at the house, going to the streets of Minnesota. Sacramento Kings getting a point here on the road. Total sitting at 236.5, guys. And I'll be honest, man, I don't know how we don't look at the Kings. I mean, I don't know how we don't look at the Wolves here. Now, I'm kind of going against my angle. My angles hadn't been cashing. What would my angle say? Historically, like past 4 years, you want to go with the team that just lost the last game, right? But first off, I sense something different from the Kings. They are starting to regress, and it's a new year. It's just not the same, right? The rest advantage spots aren't hidden, all that good stuff. But simply put, the Wolves are playing a lot better basketball right now. Wolves are red hot right now, man. 5-1 straight up last 6 games, 7-3 straight up and against the spread last 10, and they're also 6-1 ATS last 7 games, 4-0 straight up and against the spread last 4 home games, 6-1 straight up last 7 home games as well. 5-1-1 ATS last 7 versus the Kings. They're number 2 defensive rated last 5 games. The Wolves are. The Kings are starting to regress, in my opinion. 1-3 straight up in the ATS last 4 games. Number 21st defensive rated team over the last 5 games. That's what's kicking the Kings right there. They can score with the best of them. If you can't lock down on defense, that's why you're going to lose games in the Western Conference, and that's why the Kings might start to slowly drift out of the playoff conversation. If you can't play defense, when it starts get to where shits matter and teams are locking up, that's when the Kings will be separated from the pack, in my opinion, man. 1-5 against the spread last 6 in Minnesota. The only thing that I don't like here, well, 2 things. Obviously, Wolves did just beat them, so in theory, quick revenge for Kings. But the other thing, they do have the Warriors on deck. The Wolves have the Warriors on deck, but when you're playing so hot, why do you want to look ahead? I feel like if the Wolves went to any type of look ahead or let down, they probably would have rested Gobert and Edwards in the last game when they were in a bad schedule spot, in theory. Back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights, 7th game in 11 days. They didn't. They came out there, got the job done. They cashed the first quarter. The Kings came back and stole the lead at the first half, but then right out in the 3rd quarter, they outscored them 33-22. I think the Wolves are the better team. I think they're the much deeper team. And simply put, recent form, the Wolves are playing a lot better in this one, guys. So I want to take Wolves -1. I'll be honest with you. If I had one top play tomorrow, I'm probably going to wait till closer to time to bet some games now, guys, because you never know what can happen. Gobert is still questionable as well with a growing, but Wolves -1 would be the top spot. I'm looking at the Magic as well, and then we get to this next game over here as well. But probably my favorite game, the one that I have a strongest feel on, is the Wolves tomorrow. I know my feel hasn't been that strong, but it's the law of averages, man. It's like a roller coaster. It's time for my shit to start coming through, man. I think the Wolves -1 going to get it done, guys. Let's go head over here to the streets of Oklahoma City here, guys. We got the Thunder getting 3.5 points at the house versus the Warriors in this one, man. And I'll be honest with you, man. The Warriors are not good on the road, but I want to take them here, right? The Thunder, they've been playing well, but I do think that they will regress at some point. And if you look at the Warriors as well, they just won 2 straight games. So now you're a game over 500. Do you want to lose this game to the Thunder and then get back to 500? If you're the Warriors, this could be a last dance type of year for the Warriors. I don't think Draymond is re-signing. They could blow up some more stuff as well. We know Steph's still gonna be there, but I don't think Draymond will be there next year. I think this is like the last type of dance for the Warriors over there. I'm not saying they'll win the championship, but I do think they're going to start to gear up for the playoffs, guys, and it starts now. Warriors have won 6 straight. They're 6-0 straight up. 6-0 straight up and 4-1-1 against the spread last 6 versus the Thunder. And guys, 7-2-1 ATS last 10 meetings as well. They're 4-2 straight up in ATS last 6 games. They're in playoff mode right now. The Thunder have won 6 of the last 8 games, 8-1-1 ATS last 10 games. But like I say, when it gets to a size advantage down low, gotta look at Looney rebounds here. Looney or Draymond, but I prefer Looney rebounds, because that's mainly the only thing he's out there for. It's a rebound and screen. But I think Looney's rebound's going to hit. Steph is pissed off ever since he got fined and thrown out the game for throwing his mouthpiece. Look at the last game. He went off for 35. I think he's going to continue to do it here. Now, best defender for the Thunder, Lou Dort. He's out in this game, right, with a hamstring. So that's not good for the Thunder. They have nobody in the paint to stop these guys when they start turning downhill going to the paint. I know that the Thunder have SGA, they have Giddy. They're going to want to ball out here, right? But I don't think it matters. If in my opinion, even though the Warriors have been well on the road, they still on the last little road trip, they showed that they can win some games. They went 3-2 on the last road trip. You see what I'm saying? And closed out versus the Cavs with their B team and a back-to-back horrible spot all in. I think the Warriors -3, -3.5 get it done here, guys. It could be a close game. I know the money line sit at -150, -155. I think the Warriors win this game, guys. It's just I don't see them dropping this game to the Thunder. Not when you're trying to get the highest seed possible. I mean, hell, the Thunder are one game under the Warriors, right? So if the Thunder did win this game, they'd damn near be neck and neck with them, or maybe even surpass them in the standings. I don't see it happening here, guys. The Warriors, I fully believe they win this game. Yeah, SGA could go off, but I still think the Warriors get it done here. And this is the type of game you saw last game with the Hawks as well. If you really want to go, if you're a better team and you want to go in there and lock down defense, you can get a win in OKC, guys. The Thunder are a great team, but I do think that they're going to start to regress in this one. And they're not the best shooting team as well. I think the Warriors can simply outshoot them, simply put, and they have a little bit better defense. I like the Warriors in that one, guys. Those are the ones that I have the main feel on. I'll skim through the rest of these games, guys. Y'all put your questions in the chat before I get out of here, man. I'll be on here about 10 more minutes. Wizards versus Spurs, guys, going to the streets of San Antonio. I didn't even write anything about this one because I know damn well that I don't want to bet this game. Now, if we're going on recent performance, right, you got to look towards the Wizards here. Wizards have been balling. They just took my money in New Orleans. I thought New Orleans was going to get it done there. They came out there, cashed the trifecta spot. This is the fourth straight road game for the Wizards. But like I say, 5-0 straight up and against the spread last 5 games. I mean, it doesn't matter about what I personally feel because, I mean, they've been coming out there balling, man. So this is the fifth road game out of the last 6 games. But like I say, do I want to trust the Spurs? No, I don't. This is a tanking team. I did hear them say on the last game that they want to find a little bit more consistency. They don't want to win one game and then lose 5 straight. They did take the Suns to that was Pop's birthday as well. They did take the Suns to overtime. Really probably should have covered their game. They end up losing by 10 in overtime. I don't know. I mean, like I say, right now, only thing I can go off is recent form. None of the other shit matters. The Wizards have the much better recent form. Do I think they're playing a little bit over their head? Personally, I do, but that didn't matter about what I feel. We can only go on what's really happening, and what's really happening is that the Wizards are balling out, and I'm not betting against them right now. I mean, and the Spurs are a tanking team. Can they be scrappy and at the house? They can be, guys, but I'm not. I want no parts of that game. I'm sorry. Another game. Go to the streets of Dallas here, man. We got the Mavs laying 8.5 points at the house versus the Detroit Pistons. Another game I want no parts of. Luka has been out the last couple games. He could possibly come back here. You have the Pistons team who they just did a tankathon of all tankathons. They just lost to the Rockets with no Kevin Porter Jr. or Jalen Green in that one, guys. So Pistons, they're on their tanking shit right now, 2-8 straight up and against the spread last 10 games. I'm not going anywhere near the Pistons. Could they cover versus this Mavs team? This is not the best version of the Mavs. You guys know I lived in Dallas for 25 years. I'll tell you straight up, man, this is not the best version of the Mavs. They do have revenge, though, in theory. December 1st, they lost in Detroit in overtime, 125-131. So in theory, Mavs have the revenge. In theory, Mavs need to get back on track as well. Going up against a tanking team, will I even think about laying 8.5 with them? Hell no. Should they get it done? They probably should, but it's not a winning proposition betting on the Mavs, especially laying net points, laying the 8.5 when they hadn't really shown it. And we don't even know if Luka's back yet, right? So let's go over here to the streets of Phoenix here, guys. We got the Suns laying 2.5 points versus the Toronto Raptors in this one, guys. Super tough game, I must say. This is a tough one, man. I do think it's better looks out there on the card. Suns are starting to play a lot better. 18-8 straight up at the house. They have won 5 of their last 6 games. They're 4-1 straight up in ATS last 5 at the house as well. So Suns are starting to put this together. They did come off that overtime game versus the Spurs where Chris Paul played 40 minutes in that one. Bridges played 41, which he always does it, but Paul playing 40 minutes could be a little taxing, in my opinion, man. I'll be honest, I want to lean Raptors here. I want to lean the under. The Raptors are 4-1 ATS last 5 games. They seem to be playing with a little bit of a sense of urgency, but I personally know that Van Fleet doesn't want to be there, and he's close to get traded as well. So that's kind of keeping me off Raptors. They are playing well. Scotty Barnes is starting to play a lot better as well, guys. So might have to look at his PRA and assists again because the ball is in his hand a lot. it's a tough game for me. Fourth straight road game for the Raptors in this one. Fourth game in 6 nights as well, all on the road. They won't have OG Anunoby coming off a blowout win. I think the Raptors are hot right now. I want to lean their way, but Suns are playing equally as bitter as well, and they're at the house. Tough game, but I do think it's going to be a defensive type of game. Suns like to slow it down, play really good defense, sticky defense. Raptors as well. Raptors have been trying to push the pace a little bit lately, but they still play really good defense. I do think it goes under the 232 and no one, guys. Last game up, we're going to the streets of Portland here. I don't have anything on this one. Trae Young is questionable in this one. That'll tell us a lot about this. The Hawks aren't good when they come from home and go on the road. They don't, for whatever reason, they did not do well in that situation. But I want to lean Blazers here. Blazers aren't the best of team. I mean, current form, they're not playing well. This is their sixth straight home game though for Portland. They are coming off a blowout loss as well at the house. So in theory, bounce back spot for the Blazers. Hawks 0-5 against the spread last 5 meetings in Portland. It's crazy because the Blazers, man, they are 7-2 ATS last 9 games, following a straight up loss of 10 or more points, but they are only 2-7 ATS last 9, following a double digit loss at the house. So, I mean, at 2-11 ATS last 13 games playing on 1 day's rest. I don't know what to do with this Blazers team, but maybe they do like playing on Mondays. 7-1 ATS last 8 Monday games, whereas the Hawks 1-7 ATS last 8 Monday games. So, super tough game. I want to lean Blazers. Do the Blazers show us that we should be betting on them? Like that it's a winning bet? Probably not, but I can tell you the Hawks had not been playing well in Portland. So it's Blazers or nothing for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to get there, guys. What are you guys thinking in the chat, man? Any questions on everything that I went over? Who do you think is the first big trade? I don't know. I can't wait for them to start happening though, but don't be surprised if Van Fleet gets traded, man, like soon. Soon, man. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was nice right there. I could low-key call Chiefs and Eagles, man, but it started this NBA show. We got to start stacking up NBA wins. Van Fleet might end up with the Suns. Yep. The Suns want him, the Clippers want him as well, said. So anything else? Any other questions, guys, before I get out of here? Y'all know I'm not here to waste your time. I mean, I could stay and talk all night, but y'all post your question, then leave some comments as well. I'll make sure I get back to you, man. But Wizards Spurs total over, yeah, could be, bro, because the Spurs don't play nothing but overs. You don't play a under with the Spurs. It's simple. So Spurs is a over or nothing. Leonard says he likes SGA over points. Couldn't talk you off there. Couldn't talk you off. But yeah, for me, man, my guys, what I'm liking, yeah, bad travel spot for the Hogs. Now, it's a good point. Yeah, for me, man, this is what I'm looking at. This is what the leans I have written down, man. Magic plus the 10.5. There's a lot of reasons why, but like I said, I mean, I already broke it down. There's no real point of saying it again. But heavy leans would be Magic and Fultz points, and points and assists, over in that one. Points and points and assists over for Fultz and Nelson. That's what I'm looking at. That's a prop that I like to hit in that one. Magic plus the 10.5 as well. Lakers plus 8.5 plus a 9. Man, that's the only way that I could look. I think it's going to be a super fishy game. Y'all know how I am with the whenever the refs come out and admit that they kind of cheat their team, you kind of have to, you owe them, right? So I mean, I'm not betting against the Lakers tomorrow, but top 2 looks tomorrow, I want to say the W's. You see what I'm saying? We will win, but Wolves minus the 1 and Warriors, man. I want to say Warriors money line, but I do think the minus 3.5 would be safe. But those are my top 2 looks, guys, for tomorrow. Like I say, we never know what's going to happen before the game happens. Motherfuckers hopping up on injury report, all that. So I'll be doing a show tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, and then I'll also be doing another show at 5:30 p.m. Eastern as well. So if you want, you could just check out the late show when I'll have the most updates and whatever, letting you know exactly what I bet. But my top looks on the card, what I have written down that I'm on my short list: Magic plus a 10.5, Wolves minus the 1, Warriors minus 3.5. Guys, small like those would be like top looks, man. The other like that would make the top qualified leans would be Lakers plus the 8.5/9, Raptors and the under, and then the Blazers and that one, guys. And like I say, for props, who I think will do well, I think Markelle Fultz coming back to Philly, points and assists. I think they're gonna get there, man. For the Wolves, you got to keep looking at Anthony Edwards as well. Warriors, Steph probably continue to play pissed off in this one. That's what I'll be looking at. And then, like I say, I do lean the under in the Raps game as well. That's about it, man. That's the show, man. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. This is the early show, but this is you worried about blind Warriors line moving. Yeah, I'm here to tell you, if you want the Warriors, bet that shit tonight. Bet that shit tonight, guys. Um, but yeah, if you want the Warriors, bet it tonight, man. I don't think it'll go up too high, but I do think 3.5 is a bit cheap, in my opinion. As long as the Warriors take this game serious, I see them winning by double digits, but definitely 5 or more. But yeah, if you like the Warriors, take them now. I mean, it's -3.5, -105 at Bet MGM. See what I'm saying? So I'm not sure if you can find a money line out there, minus 150. Wouldn't talk you off that, but I mean, obviously it's kind of -150 is kind of high, but I wouldn't go anywhere past that. But I couldn't talk you off land three -115 with the Warriors. If you can get 3.5 -105, you can get -3 -115. I like it, man. Yeah, the Warriors need this game. Simply put, we got to start. I got to start going with my fucking good, man. Warriors need this game. Wolves are playing super hot right now. Magic have been covering all these double digit spreads. Those would be my top 3 looks on the spread on the games tomorrow. But the ones that I think worth betting tonight, it's tough to say Wolves because Gobert's still questionable, but I still think Wolves get it done. But Warriors -3, -3.5. That's probably worth a bet tonight, to be honest with you, man. But only thing I'm looking at: Magic, Lakers, Wolves, Warriors, Raps and under, and Blazers, guys. That's what I'm looking at tomorrow. You know, I'll be back 1 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Eastern as well, man. The late night show, the most info show right there, guys. Finna get up out of here, man. That's the show. Break it down for you. See what I'm saying? Letting you know what I think is gonna win. Sports betting advice. You dig what I'm saying? Hit the like button if you like the show, man. Retweet on Twitter, all that good. So I didn't even post this on Twitter, man. But hit the like button, guys, and leave some comments as well. Let me know who you gonna think win the Super Bowl. All that good stuff, guys. Let's get this cash, man. We will win. Back tomorrow. Let's fucking go.